everyone, it's Megan from My Playground Media, and tonight I'm here with Cristoph and Michael Anthony because pretty soon they're going to come out with their first collab, and it's going to be very exciting. Hi, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So, how did you both meet? Let's start off with that. How did you guys meet?
Yeah, but one of my friends that I've known for 13, 15 years, I don't know, he would harass Chris on Twitter. I think that's the right way. That's the right way to phrase it. We'll clear that with him later. But he became very close with Chris. I've known him forever, and then at some point he's like, "Yo, we're gonna go hang out with Chris." Like, okay, cool. We met at some bar. We were just hanging out, but the three of us got very close very quickly. Just talking about life, family, aspirations, anything under the sun, and then music. Obviously, there was always alignment, but I think. We just got really close.
I think as a group of friends, it's kind of you really resonate with each other and you can confide in them. They're really great at giving you life advice. And I think it's once you have that connection with someone, you're there for them no matter what. And that's a true friend, you know what I mean? And you start supporting them through bad things in life, or maybe it's just a little bit of a low time and stuff like that, and that's when you call upon your friends, and a true friend will stand in. Sometimes they tell you that's things that you don't want to hear, but that's a true friend to me, do you know what I mean?
No,
somebody who just pays you lip service and just tells you what you want to hear. You're never going to improve, and there's a lot of times where them have been screw your fucking head on, do you know what I mean? I'm I get it.
My best friend's a therapist.
I'm just
She knows not to
shut the fuck up, I'm fine.
Towards me, or be my best friend or be a therapist.
Exactly,
She's that's my best friend, she's a therapist. But she knows not to be therapist towards me. Only when it's really needed. And then, so this is a question for you.
Yep.
What led you to sign Michael Anthony to your label?
Mike he has and still does send me a lot of music, and I just felt like he was always eager to learn and always wanted to know how he can improve, and I like that in someone. I like the self-motivation, do you know what I mean? The eagerness to be better. It's always want to improve in every way of life, do you know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily just mean music, it's just become better, do you know what I mean? And he was always intrigued on how he could do this, and everything I said to him, he went back and done, he listened, it's someone who takes advice on, and I was always into the grooves that he creates, you know what I mean? It's really, really cool. It's a really, really cool sound that he's got going on, and it just constantly gets me moving. The amount of times I've found just going back to his records, which I've got on my phone, and just listening to them on the road, just for some, I don't know what it is, it just makes me feel good as well, it's just
mixes are awesome.
Sometimes I could be just traveling around and you're sat on your own and you're tired and you listen to one of his tracks and it just really perks me up, so I just thought,
They're very moving.
And he's not a fucking dick either, do you know what I mean? So I thought, let's give him a chance, And plus the fact here, we can shove Miguel onto him for a little bit.
I'll take care of him.
Nah, he's really talented kid, so he does deserve it. He deserves his shot, Yeah.
That's awesome. And then, how did you first discover Cristoph's music?
I think it was probably I was aware of 8-track.
Yeah.
But that, I was these are great tracks. I always had them in my crate, but I wasn't I gotta go full sail and figure out who this guy is. I think it was a Temper Trap remix.
Yeah.
And everybody was we were all sitting there around fuck, who is this, right? But it was probably right around that time, and then we saw him open when you opened for Eric it was the Bronx, Hunts Point, right before COVID.
Yeah.
And it was just every track was you played that Retrida track, you played the Art Bat Monolink remix, then you closed it out with Temper Trap or something, and we were just fuck.
I was there for that.
The whole set was just crazy.
I was there for that.
And I think that was one of the nights Miggy walked up when there was no one in the club, and he goes like this to him, and we're me and the other guys are just what is this kid doing? And then he sees him and he's and we're yo, he just fucking looked back at him what's going on? But it was right around that time.
Okay.
And then it's then COVID hits.
Yeah.
So it's you have nothing to do. And I'm just we're just researching his music, looking at everything, and then I'm finding a lot of the older tracks and Epoch and some of these tracks I never heard before, and it was right around that time. And then we probably met 3 years after COVID. So it was just a lot of time where I was just finding my sound, producing a lot during COVID. And then, yeah.
Nice. What's the best advice that Cristoph ever gave to you?
Music or life? I think life, I give him a lot of advice.
I was just gonna say, I'm gonna ask you, what's the best advice he gave you?
I think it's definitely like, going back to the listening portion, because he brings it up all the time, it's like, even people will come to me now, like I'm nobody, and people will ask me like, hey, can you give me feedback on this track, right? The best advice he's ever given me is like, if I'm telling you something, it's not criticism, it's not negativity, I'm not shitting on your track, like there's a story behind this, right? Mm-hmm. And I think like even one of the most simplest things, like we were in his first apartment in Chicago and he was like telling me something about the arrangement, the structure of the tracks that I was producing. And it was just like how like at this certain point that I was dropping the energy out, he's like, the DJs they still want this track to carry. They're still probably mixing, like change this up. And I remember taking that specifically back and just redoing all the tracks, and like everything made so much more sense. So I think like the best advice is not the actual production advice itself, but it's like you need to be listening to people and not take it to heart, not take it like to an ego perspective. It's like if someone takes 5 seconds to give you advice or genuinely tries to help you out, it's because they care. You know what I mean? It's not. So there's a lot of people who take it and they're just like, oh, like this is a great track. Like fuck, like don't tell me what to do with the track. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think it's really just genuinely. If someone gives you the time of day, you need to really like hold the value in that and not just like dismiss it.
For sure. What's the best advice he ever gave you?
Probably to go back home more.
I say.
Yeah, I'm far more productive when I'm back in Newcastle.
Okay.
Like in the studio and stuff like that. I can just fall straight into a routine there. Sometimes I do find it difficult when I'm over in America, like for a long period of time, to sit into a routine. And it's like the time difference. My management and everyone are in the UK. So by the time I get up, I'm 6 hours behind when I'm in Chicago, you know. So I've spent the morning doing calls with them before them kind of finish for work, while in the UK I'm up at 4 in the morning. I get into the gym straight away because the guy who's got the gym's giving me a key, so I can just go straight into the gym, come out, awesome. And then I'm do like my reading and you know, like my full like day's thought process, everything, and then I get to go to the shop. Then I'm making food, and then it gets to like 7 in the morning when everybody else is getting up, and I'm already like a mile ahead of everybody else. Do you know what I mean?
Awesome. Like 5 tracks by then.
Yeah.
I did these all today. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's
and it's just
That's
like,
awesome.
it's just like that. So, and he, like, that's a true friend, you know, they'll know that you're really enjoying yourself being in America and you feel really grateful that you've, like, life's given you this opportunity to experience that, but it's just like, you've still got to get home because you've still got a career to run, you've still got to concentrate on that. Don't kind of get dragged into something which isn't going to make you better. Do you know what I mean? There's still a long way to go, and these know that my goals are not all, like, I don't really tell many people the end goal of what I've set in my mind and things like that, but these know a lot about me, and they know that I've got a lot more to give and I've still got a lot more to achieve until I'm actually going to be fully fulfilled, type of thing. So these as good true friends would be like, get yourself home, go back into the studio, get fixed, get like kind of focused on what you're doing. Yeah, exactly. You know, and just get into it. Yeah.
Reset. And then this is a question for both of you. Yeah. What's one thing you want to change about the music industry?
You know, a lot of smoke gets blown up people's arses in this world, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just like, don't let it go to your head, because we're like, without the crowd, we're fuck all, do you know what I mean? Without the venues, we're fuck all, do you know? And just be decent, do you know what I mean? Like, don't let it go to your head, don't be a prima donna, don't really what I'm about at all, you know? And it's just, I just think like, I always say to people, you know, like a lot of them are like, you take time out to talk to us. I'm like, yeah, because without you, I'm nothing. And why shouldn't I be interested in your life? You're interested in mine. If I'm not giving you the same kind of conversation back, well, that's pretty fucking rude. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know about Mike's.
Like Jess always says this, like there'll be plenty of times where I feel like in any type of industry, if you see someone else succeed, you almost feel like you're not succeeding, right?
Yeah.
And Jess will always say to me, like, if I see maybe someone putting out a track on a label that I want to be on or playing a show that I would love to play, right? Mm-hmm. She's always like, just because those people are winning, it doesn't mean you're losing. You know what I mean? Like we can all,
Yeah,
like I think the industry needs to learn that we all can win together.
Yeah.
Like going back to what I was saying about support, it's like support everybody. Like I'm in New York. I should be supporting all the New York guys and vice versa. Like we go out to each other's shows. Like you have to kind of be the biggest cheerleader because we're all in it together.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I would say just like overall, just like the support thing.
Support
like
everybody.
everybody should be like that.
What's your favorite part about being like a New York-based DJ?
It's just New York. You could do anything anytime. Yeah, like I've been here my whole life. Like it's
There's
the
no
best.
curfews.
No. Chopped cheese at 5 o'clock in the morning, whatever you want. Like
There's
you're
no
good.
curfews. That's what I like about it. And then, what's your favorite Cristoph track?
Track?
What's your favorite track that he ever made?
It's, most of them aren't out yet, but I don't know. I like Prisoner a lot. Like that always comes back into the sets. Like I played it the 20 Years of Prida when I was opening. Like that's a solid one. I like Epoch a lot. I don't know. I would say Prisoner though. That's
What's your favorite Michael
one.
Anthony track?
What's the one that you lost the project on? What's it called again?
Oh, Midnight Manifest.
Yeah, that's a
horrible
fucking
story.
groove.
Spacer. And so can you tell a little bit more about the story, how you guys like did the collab?
Yep.
The story behind it.
I'm always one for what we call a USP. So it's a unique selling point, you know, I like having a story behind whatever I do. And, you know, kind of, this one's got a really good story. It's kind of, I think I was coming home from Vegas or going back to Chicago from Vegas or something like that.
I think you were going Chicago to Denver. I think it was.
Is that what it was?
Denver.
Last year. It was like right around.
Yeah, I was boarding a flight and I texted him, and I was just like, I'd just done Where Do We Go?
Yeah.
Which uses a sample.
I know.
And for some reason, I just let Spotify play through and this Sheila Spacer record come on. I was like, that's a fucking hook. So I said to them, it's a fucking great sample and that. Took the flight, landed, and this fucker sent us the track. He's like, oh, I'm starting. I was like, you fucker. So he had it. So I was like, it's absolutely amazing, you know. So I started playing it. And then we got into discussions about it because obviously you got to like clear the sample. And then I was like, look, I could probably try and add something to this record if you want to go in. And management spoke to him, and if you want to do it as a collab. And I mean, so appreciative that he's allowed me to come onto the record because his was amazing. And we've worked on it a lot between us. We've actually fucking remixed it and everything already, like everything's done on it. And
That's awesome.
It took ages, but we eventually got the sample cleared. Like Nile Rodgers' team and him had listened to it and like granted like us to like use the sample type of thing. So then we got it like a replay, and the replays just give it this huge brightness. It's like made it a much bigger record, you know what I mean? Because sometimes obviously when you're using a sample you can't push certain elements through and things like that. And yeah, so now we've been working on it. It's been circulating over a year, hasn't it?
Yeah, like
and it's
I think you played it at this point last year.
Oh wow!
And now it's got like it's due out in July, and it's actually started getting like a journey of its own. You know, like people know this record, and people are inboxing me, and I think inbox Mike a lot. Like whenever I play it in another country, they'll send a video to Mike like, "Oh, he's dropped Spacer," you know. And people are now going like, "Are you going to play Spacer now?" And now like there's a hype around this event tonight where everybody's like, he's gonna play Spacer, isn't he? Like everybody's been asking him for a year for this record, and like no, and I've said, do not give it to anybody, and everybody's like biting at the bit to get this record now. So it's been really good.
So everybody wants to like remix it or do something.
Yeah,
That's about it.
that's the story.
You'll hear it tonight.
Yeah, maybe.
Yay.
Imagine if I didn't play it, just forgot about it. Yeah, it'd be like,
Play the original. Sheila.
Yeah, fucking last track, big disco. Yeah, fuck it, get
It's to
it.
be added to live on Consequence Society. I love that song. Where do we go from here? Like you're at it.
It's
Oh
cool.
my God. Yeah. Don't forget to follow Cristoph on his socials on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. And don't forget to follow Michael Anthony on his socials. He has Instagram, X, Facebook, and TikTok as well. Have fun, everybody, and be safe.